Today, I'll be giving a documentary on Louis Riel. Don't forget to like this video, share it and subscribe to our channel. Thank you. Louis Riel is a central figure in Canadian history, who is remembered for his role as a political leader, religious leader, and resistance fighter. He was born on October 22, 1844, in the Red River Settlement, present-day Manitoba, and died on November 16, 1885, in Regina, Saskatchewan. Throughout his life, Riel fought for the rights and freedoms of the Métis people, a distinct Indigenous group that emerged from the mixture of Indigenous and French-Canadian cultures in what is now Western Canada. He is widely considered to be a hero by the Métis and Indigenous people, but is also remembered as a traitor by many English-speaking Canadians. Riel's early years were marked by a strong commitment to his faith and community. He was educated in Montreal, where he studied to become a priest, but eventually abandoned his studies and returned to the Red River Settlement in 1868. By this time, the Canadian government had acquired the territory from the Hudson's Bay Company and was in the process of negotiating the transfer of the region to Canadian control. Riel was concerned that the Métis would be marginalized and oppressed under Canadian rule, and he took up the cause of protecting their rights and freedoms. In 1869, Riel led a group of Métis in a resistance movement against the Canadian government's attempts to assert control over the Red River Settlement. This movement, known as the Red River Resistance, resulted in the establishment of a provisional government that was recognized by the Canadian government. Riel was elected as the president of this government and played a key role in negotiating the terms of Manitoba's entry into Confederation as a province of Canada. However, Riel's role in the Red River Resistance marked the beginning of a pattern of resistance and conflict between the Métis and the Canadian government that would continue throughout his life. In 1884, Riel was involved in another resistance movement, this time in what is now Saskatchewan, in response to the Canadian government's efforts to assert control over the territory. This movement, known as the Northwest Rebellion, resulted in a military conflict that ended with the defeat of the Métis and the capture of Riel. Riel was charged with treason and put on trial in Regina. Despite widespread public sympathy for his cause and claims that he was not legally responsible for his actions, Riel was found guilty and sentenced to death. He was executed on November 16, 1885, and his death marked a turning point in the relationship between the Métis and the Canadian government. Since his death, Louis Riel has become a symbol of the struggle for Indigenous rights and freedoms in Canada. He is remembered by many as a hero who fought for the rights and freedoms of his people and a martyr who died for his cause. However, he is also remembered by others as a traitor who rebelled against the Canadian government and threatened the stability of the country. The legacy of Louis Riel continues to shape the political and cultural landscape of Canada. He is a central figure in the Métis cultural identity and is widely celebrated as a hero and leader by Métis and Indigenous people. At the same time, his legacy is a source of division and debate, with some English-speaking Canadians continuing to view him as a traitor who threatened the stability and unity of the country. In order to fully understand the legacy of Louis Riel, it is important to examine the historical context in which he lived and the events that shaped his life. Don't forget to subscribe to keep up with our new videos. Thank you.